Welcome to The Valley's Voice, Arizona Live's Legal Truths.
Hello and welcome to The Valley's Voice, Arizona Lives and Legal Truths. I'm your host, Travis Meltzer, founder and managing attorney at Valley Injury Law. Today on The Valley's Voice, we're joined by a leader whose work is changing lives through compassion, nourishment, and community. Jennifer Caraway is the founder of Joybus, a nonprofit dedicated to delivering chef-inspired meals to homebound cancer patients and their families across the valley. What began as a personal mission has grown into an organization that provides dignity, relief, and hope to people facing one of life's most difficult journeys. Jennifer's story is one of purpose-driven leadership, and today we're talking about the heart behind Joybus, the impact it's making, and why service rooted in humanity matters. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you. I don't know if I'm worthy of that, but thanks. Happy to be here.
Yeah, no, well, you are, I will say, and I guess that's the one thing I joke. That's the one benefit of me being an attorney. I can write, so I can always tell the story about you. So, no, thank you so much. I know you're busy, and I really appreciate the time. So, tell us, can you take us back to the moment that Joybus began and what personal experience led you to create it?
Yeah. So, it's funny because I just realized 2 weeks ago that it began 2 years sooner than I had actually been saying for the past decade or so. So it's been about 16, 17 years. I know it's crazy, but I always think it's been 15 or 14 because we were incorporated. We got our 501c3 certification in 2012, 2011. So you figure I was delivering meals for about 2 years prior to that. So it's been a bit. And the whole impetus of the Joy Bus was I had a friend, Joy, and she became ill with ovarian cancer. And I started just making little treats to come and kind of show her, just try and show her how much I cared about her and just get some FaceTime with her because she had an amazing support system. She really did have people who took really good care of her. So there was no need for me. And so I was trying to create a need for me. So here's beautiful food. Let me hang out with you and see your pretty face. And it was doing that I had realized that maybe not everybody out there had that support that Joy had. So I decided to create it. And the whole reason that it's called the Joy Bus, obviously her name's Joy. But I'm from Arizona, and growing up here on the west side, on Sundays, there was a bus that used to come through the neighborhoods called the Joy Bus. And it would like pick kids up that didn't live in super rad areas and take them to less gnarly areas and take them to Sunday school. And so that's why it was like a super cool play on the word, I thought, because it was like this rad bus that's named for joy that's picking you up and taking you to goodness.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I know I've obviously read your story before, and that's incredible to hear. And so, when you recognized that need that, a lot of people weren't getting, and, tell me how, why is access to, especially with what you do, chef-inspired nutritious meals so important for cancer patients and their families?
Yeah. And honestly, like you go through your whole life picking up these skills or going through these journeys, and you don't realize at that time how they're going to set you up for success in the future. So was a dishwasher, a line cook. I worked the front of the house. I owned restaurants. I did consulting for restaurants. And all of those things just set me up to be in a position to where obviously I love food. I wake up every single day thinking about food. Right now I'm thinking about food like I always think about food. So it was just every single thing that I had done throughout my entire career gave me the skills that I needed to create this organization and start bringing food to people.
Yeah, no, and that's amazing. And to kind of put it in perspective, I'm also thinking about food. It's not it's not just people in your industry. I am also always thinking about food. And I love your guys' restaurant. I mean, the food's great. And so for listeners who may be hearing about you and Joybus for the first time, I mean, how do you describe your mission in your own words?
Great question. I was just had a board meeting yesterday. I'm like, okay, guys, this is the elevator speech.
Yep.
And now that I'm put on the spot, I'm like, shit, what's the elevator speech? um, so what we do is we prepare and deliver free chef-inspired meals to homebound cancer patients.
Right. No, and it's amazing. And it's one of those things where for me, prior to visiting your restaurant, I'd visited you guys before. And so it was one of those things that I never thought of. It's one of those things that people, if they're not faced with that hardship or that issue, it's not something that crosses their mind. And it's a beautiful thing to see it in practice, especially when it comes to, your volunteers. And so Joybus, as you know better than I do, relies heavily on volunteer time. So what role do you feel anyway that the community plays in sustaining your organization?
Huge, like huge. I would not be here without them. I mean, I think we have upwards of 300 volunteers right now. We have over 10,000 volunteer hours, which equates to, I think the federal government right now calculates a volunteer hour around $33 an hour. And so we've saved over $400,000 this year on utilizing volunteers. But more than just the dollars saved, the community that it's created, what the volunteers brought to the organization was, a different perspective, a different set of eyes on maybe how we should be showing the clients that we're servicing that their community cares for them. Because initially, it's just me, it's my kids that are making the food and delivering the meals. So I obviously have a way of how I think it should look. But to have that many people come in that have an opinion, I mean, it sounds horrible. You're like 200, 300 opinions. Oh my God, no. But it's not. It's
Yeah.
so cool because they're there every single day. They're delivering the meals. They're working in our kitchen. They're working in the front of the house. And to have that fresh, unbiased perspective on how we can do things differently, how we can improve, it's really cool. And it's why the Joybus, I think, has been here for as long as it has, is I'm very open to that feedback. I'm very open to what this has turned into, which is more of a community center than a restaurant.
Right. No, and from an outside perspective, I couldn't agree more. I've heard multiple stories from certain volunteers and, certain people that work for you. And it's always incredible to kind of see the path people have taken to become the volunteer at Joy Bus. Is there, not to call out anybody and not to do anything like that, but is there kind of a volunteer story that, really, really sticks with you as the founder of this organization?
God, if there was one, there's so many. I just like just to touch on one of our guys, which I can call him out. Because if I call somebody else out, they'll be like, "Well, why didn't you call out Bob?" Or Becky's cool too. So I'm gonna call out
It's like
someone
your favorite
that
child. I'm sorry.
totally. And I have both of them working here right now, and I deal with that constantly. But she said she liked you better. But so I want to just call out Mike, and Mike is a volunteer that's been with us since I started. So, I mean, it's been about 14 years since Mike's been involved with us. And Mike, he was given a 3% chance of surviving his diagnosis. And he found us and he wanted to start delivering meals so that he could go into people's homes and they could share their journey and give them hope. Um, he started going in, and then he's such a positive, awesome human being. And he has such an amazing outlook on life that he fought. I mean, he defied all odds, and he's still a part of the organization. He's volunteered delivering meals every week. He's volunteered in our kitchen. He's volunteered at the front of the house. He has done everything. Now he works events. He goes and visits all of our donors, like Chula Seafood, who donates all of the salmon to our program, or Freach Street, who donates all the French fries. So he goes there every week and picks them up. Like, he is a part of the Joy Bus. Like, we can't exist without him. I don't want to exist without him. But it just shows you, like, the people that get involved with us, like, they really buy into the mission and morph it to fit their needs. And I just can't imagine it any other way.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Yeah, and I apologize for putting you on the spot. It's kind of like, which
I
kid do you like the
know.
most? And I get it. I get it as a dad or as a business owner, you never want to answer that, but I appreciate it. No, that's incredible. And I think from what I've learned about your organization, that's exactly what I feel anyway, that it was put in place to do. It's finding and creating that community while foundationally built in food goes well beyond the food itself, which I think is incredible for me. So, has there been, ever been a moment that you kind of like questioned whether you guys can keep going, whether you could keep going, and what kind of helped you as as the founder and manager of this organization push through?
Daily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, daily. It's so hard. I mean, we're a nonprofit, so we give everything away. When you come to the restaurant, it's a donation. So
Yeah.
it's a suggested donation on the menu. And obviously, I mean, you've been in here, it's priced considerably lower than any other restaurant, even though like we work with a local rancher, we work with a local farmer, we make our bread from scratch. Like it's real food and it's really good. But I did not want to price anybody out, that feeling of being able to give. Because people who have deep pockets, they can go into huge faceless nonprofits and write a big check and be like, yes, like I did really good. Look what a good person I am. But the average human can't do that. And so they don't get the luxury of knowing what it's like to give to something bigger than yourself. So that's why our prices the way they are. And that's why we're broke all the time because I just want everybody to have that feeling. But it's really, really hard. We never have more than a month's worth of operating budget in our account. It's really hard. And this expansion that we've gotten into ourselves into over the past 5 months, we've gone from 250 meals delivered each and every week to this week we did over 1,800.
Oh, wow.
So those additional meals that we've added add an additional $1 million to our operating budget, where we don't even know how to pull off our current operating budget. It's so hard because you have people who want to give, like big companies, and they're like, okay, I want to see this, 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 and this, and I don't want to give to operations, and I don't want to give a multi-year grant, but we want you to act like a business, but you can't function like a business because you can't afford to go out and hire the people that actually went to school for that job. And don't get me wrong, I have really, really good people, but
Right.
like we're not in a comfortable position that where I can be like, oh, you went to school for funds development at XYZ school and you've done it for 20 years. Please come aboard. I can afford
Right.
you. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to function like a business when you don't have the revenue opportunities of a business.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine because I'm running a business, but I am not a nonprofit. So, and I'm dealing with the same concept, but it's not as if you basically, I mean, you got to balance your budget what it sounds like for you guys, it's almost like day to day, which is nuts, especially when it comes to food and you're talking about an expiring product. And so I can only, yeah, better
It's
person than me,
hard.
Jennifer, which is why you're in where you are and that's where I am.
No, I just was super naive. I'm like, oh my God, I'll start a nonprofit. That would be amazing. Whereas in retrospect, what I should have done is start a for profit company and then just found people that were doing the hard work and given my profits to them. You
Yeah,
live and learn.
you do. And, honestly, though, I think you stumble into something great. And I think with you, especially with your food background, and I think was it the first Arizona winner of Chopped, which
Yeah,
congratulations. I love that
thank you.
show. But we just watched your episode in preparation for this. So congratulations. I know it's been because when was that episode? It's been a little while, right?
I think it was 2018.
Okay. Yeah, June,
Yeah,
it's almost 10 years ago. But anyway,
yeah,
great
crazy.
job.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, so I mean, with the creation of Joybus, and you're right, you kind of not stumbled in it, but you wanted to help. You helped your friend Joy, and then it's created this incredible foundation. And how do you feel that founding Joybus has changed you personally?
I'm so lucky. It has given me a reason to wake up. I mean, I had that because my kids are freaking awesome, but it really has given me purpose. It's given me hope in humanity because prior to starting the Joy Bus, I really kind of thought that the world was just full of people that were just out for themselves.
Yeah.
And I don't know any of those people anymore because I'm surrounded by people that come in here and want to help and want to deliver meals. Like, I am only surrounded by the best humans ever. And what a luxury, because I know that's not the reality for most people. So what a super rad blessing that I get to wake up every day. I have a purpose and I'm surrounded by super good humans.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. And I think that's ultimately the goal of most of us in this planet, in this country, that we're just trying to, I don't know, surround yourself with people, not only like-minded people, but people that care about others. Because you're right. I think it's unfortunate. I've been through that too. And I think it's a daily battle where you're like, well, I feel like most people are looking out for themselves. And it's a blessing to see and find a community that's not. You talked a little bit about the expansion. So what's next for Joybus?
More expansion. So the idea is to get the program across the state. We are fortunate enough that the Diamondbacks pitched in for a refrigerated truck for us.
Oh, wow.
So as soon as we can figure out logistically how we're going to be able to scale the program, not only across the valley, but we want to get up to Flagstaff, we want to get to the reservation and down throughout Tucson as well. So as soon as we can figure out how to execute that and how we're going to fund that, then we'll start moving in that direction. I mean, we've already been moving in that direction, going from the 250 meals to 1,800 in 5 months. So I don't see it lasting much longer at this level before we figure out how we can expand further.
Oh, okay. No, that's great. Yeah, I've seen again from an outside perspective. I've seen the growth. Really, I love your location. When you guys are right there off of, is it 24th Street and Shea, right?
It was 32nd, 32nd Street.
32nd. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can cut that out when I get it wrong.
I mean, it's Shay.
Yeah. No, it's great, and that location's great. It really fits you guys. So, for people listening who hopefully feel inspired, what's the best way to support you guys? What's the best way to support Joybus?
A lot of money. Um, no, it's serious. It really, it takes a lot. And I really I thought I was super smart. Like, oh, we'll open this restaurant and we'll have 100% of the proceeds fund the program. But I'm not really smart because that was not a really brilliant idea. Because yes, there is some revenue that comes in from the restaurant, but it adds additional overhead. It adds a lot more operation cost. Um, but what it did is it created a community, and I never thought of that. That happened so organically. But it's really funding. I mean, and I know some people think with nonprofits, if I take these cans of food here or Tupperware there, that will help. But it really, I have to pay a staff member to figure out what to do with it. I have to take volunteer hours to figure out what to do with it. When people actually donate funding to the program, we know exactly what to do with that.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I think as I've gotten more involved, it's a nice way of me saying as I've gotten older, I've seen the you're right. I mean, giving you a canned good doesn't, while yes, the meaning is there and it does, it's still there, the thought is there, but I would much prefer to give the $1.99 I spent on the canned good and let you as the organization really figure out what to do with that $1.99. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for anyone listening, money, just write checks. It's all good. We're okay with the food. So just a couple more questions and I will let you get on with your day, Jennifer. I appreciate it. So when you step back and look at Joybus today as it continues to grow, and so what makes you most proud of Joybus? It sounds like the community has been incredible.
Yeah. I would say the most proud I am is when I get to see the volunteers, like when I'm just like a fly on the wall and nobody knows I'm there or just not paying attention to me. And I get to hear their stories and how they're going and visiting their client every week. And then their client ends up in the hospital and they're going to the hospital to make those visits. They're going in on days that they're not visiting and hanging curtain rods or bringing meals on their own. Like, that makes me so proud to think that I had something to do with creating an organization that gives these people a place to just feel so good and do so much good. Like, that's such a rad feeling. And again, like, I just want to be super clear, like, it wasn't just my idea. Like, I wasn't, it was me being open enough to be like, okay, Dora, you run with it. You think we should do that? You do that. Like, go do it. Go get it, girl. Like, it's just so freaking cool to know that I had a little part in creating something like that.
Yeah, no, and that's amazing. And like I said, from the outside, I really appreciate what you guys do to the valley or with the valley or in the valley. I hope personally to get a little bit more involved as we move forward beyond just this, but also actually get involved in the organization and volunteer. So, real quick, just before we go, I just have a quick, what I like to do, like a quick fire, local quick fire. This was not included in the questions I sent you on purpose, but I promise it won't get you in trouble. And
Okay.
then I'll let you get on with it. So, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. Favorite kind of tea?
Green.
Green. Perfect.
Mighty leaf tropical green.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I'm all for some good green tea. And then, what about best place in the valley to clear your head?
Oh my goodness. Gosh, that's such a good question. And I wish I knew the answer to that. Apparently, I don't have a clear head, and it's something I really need to start focusing on because
Yeah.
I'm not very good at self care at all. And this year, like with the Virginia Piper Fellows, like they're very much driving that into our heads that we need to figure out how to breathe and take better mental care of ourselves. So I'll
Yeah.
have an answer when this year's done.
Okay. Well, I will follow up with that for sure.
Okay.
Early mornings or late nights?
Early morning.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I was kind of leaning that way too.
I'm old. Come on.
I trust me. I was like, I'll go to bed at 7 if you let me. One word that describes the Valley community.
Amazing.
Yeah. And one more thing. This one's fun. What's one restaurant that you always recommend to
Oh,
people
dude,
coming and visiting?
I can't say, like, I have so many of the local restaurants that are
Yeah,
so entrenched with the Joy Bus. Like,
yeah,
they
all of
do
them.
so much goodness for us. They raise money for us. They cook meals for our clients. Like, I mean, Sam Fox has been huge. He helped build our place. He gave us his architects. Like, Charlene Badman of F&B is freaking awesome and so talented and cooks food for our people. Tracy Dempsey cooks food for our people. Bernie, Gio, Steven, oh my God, Keenan. Like, there's all of these local restaurants here, and it's crazy cool because we literally have the lowest margins of any other industry. Yet, as a whole, the restaurant industry here in the Valley is the most generous industry by far. And we would not have made it thus far without them. Bianco, super rad, to everyone. Like, and now I'm in trouble because I know that I left out people who are super important. The
Well, we'll make
restaurant
sure to put
industry
that
here as a
debate.
whole.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I agree. I mean, I've interviewed a couple people. I mean, Bo McMillan here in town. We've talked to him, so I know in talking to a couple other people that the food community in general, but particularly in the Valley, is incredibly connected to each other. And it's
Yep.
not that, dare I say, competitive balance, but it's more, yeah, it's an incredible community of creatives that really support each other, and I love it.
Super,
So
super collaborative. I mean, heck, we had 5 chefs come and cook for our gala so that for us to raise money. Like,
yeah.
literally, like, it's a rad community, super rad.
Jennifer, thank you so much for sharing your story and for the work you and Joybus do every day to bring comfort, dignity, and hope to families facing cancer. To our listeners, if today's conversation moved you, I encourage you to learn more about Joybus, support their mission, or just get involved in any way you can. And remember, if you've been in an accident, visit azvalleyinjurylaw.com or find us on Instagram at Valley Injury Law. And you can find our amazing guest, Jennifer's lovely creation, her community on Instagram at thejoybus.org. And be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review if you've enjoyed today's episode. We appreciate you all joining us on The Valley's Voice.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.